Even a slave has a choice to continue in slavery or to die. Does magic negate the existence of free will? Can you really make someone do something that you want them to do? And if so, does that mean that you are controlling them? That's what we're going to talk about today. And I encourage you to take away your own opinions from this. Think freely, of course. This is the way that I see it. When someone is unaware that they are creating their own reality, their reality takes them on a trip. Your role in that is to react and change it if you possibly can, but if you can't, grin and bear it. When you learn magic, you start to learn how to swim in a river. Life flowing is like the river. When you learn magic, you learn how to swim. If you don't understand that you're a conscious creator, it is like floating down the river with the river. Or in some instances, struggling, drowning, and fighting against the flow. A conscious creator can control the direction that their body is going using the force of the river. I personally believe that the more powerful you get and the more practiced you are in magic, the more you're able to not only work with the power of the river, but slightly change it and work with it in a way that even the river's flow changes. If there are people around you that are not aware that they are creators of their own reality, they are choosing their own reality, then they are just going with the flow of the river or trying to fight against it. But rivers are strong, so if you are controlling or working with the river to change it in any sort of way with magic, then you are also changing the direction that they are floating or struggling. In this analogy, you see that we all have free will. There's just higher laws. It says in the Kabbalion, and I'm not quoting this directly, but it says that the laws of nature govern man until man can learn the higher laws that govern the lesser laws. You can only break a lower law by obeying a higher law. And they're never really broken, it just kind of looks like it. It's also really important to note that magic is a force of nature. Forces of nature are morally neutral. Morality, right and wrong, is a man-made structure. Whether you believe that or not, it's the fucking truth. You cannot deny that a storm will destroy a righteous person's home just as it will destroy an evil person's home. You categorizing those different people into those categories is a you thing. You did that. The storm did not do that. The storm said, I'm going to storm, and whoever is in my way is going to get stormed on. That's basically life and universe in a nutshell. So maybe you're a new witch and you're wondering, well, the people that hate me because I have a lot of enemies. As an aside, I find that so many new witches have so many enemies. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, are you just out here making enemies? Stop. But anyway, they're so concerned, the new witches are so concerned about other people infringing on their own free will. But here's the thing, you can only understand what you understand, and you can only act from a place that you can act. There's no point in being concerned about someone else controlling you or puppeting you from the ether. We have no idea if we're playthings for gods or not. Spending your time trying to control other people not controlling you is a waste of time. It is much more beneficial for you to spend your time learning about yourself and creating a space within your own mind that allows you to be more conscious of your actions, your thoughts, and your beliefs. As a fun side effect, when you become more conscious of your natural processes, you become more conscious of what is you and what is not you. Therefore, understanding if someone else's energy is infringing on you or if that is of your own will and your own want. Would it be possible, per se, to control someone else's will, to control their actions and their behavior through magic? Well, I want you to think about this. Whenever you start a question about magic and ask, is it possible if? The answer is always yes. It is always possible. Is it likely? The answer is always it depends. The thing about being more powerful in witchcraft and more practiced in witchcraft is that in order to get to a certain level of power, practice, etc., it tends to be accompanied by an increase of consciousness and increase in awareness. When you reach these higher levels of awareness, you no longer wish to control other people. Do people control other people through magic? Yes. Is that what magic is about? In my opinion, in my experience, it's not what that's about. Most of the time when other people around a magical practitioner, when other people around them change their behavior and actions and choices, it's not because that practitioner wanted that person to change. It's because, like the water and river scenario, that magic practitioner has a certain flow to them. And in order for the people around them to continue to be around them, they have to flow with that person and their energy. So, in conclusion, does free will exist? I think yes. Can magic change the fact that other people have free will? No. Can it change what their choices are? Yes. And that's really fun, isn't it? Practicing magic is the practice of using natural energies, natural forces to change the environment that you're in, whether that's an energetic, a physical, an emotional, a communal environment, what have you. When people find themselves in a different environment, they are confronted with different choices to choose from. I'm of the opinion that the more powerful you get, the easier it is to give someone an environment with very limited choices. I would love to know your opinion on this. Leave me a comment down below about a time where you felt like you did this, you felt like you had been controlled by an entity or maybe some random witch in the distance. And subscribe for more witchy content like this every single week. Bye!